it's a better football team than what they were last year. Obviously, you know, we didn't. I believe we tackled very well. You know, within that football game, you know, we had opportunities to make football plays. We had a drop touchdown. You turn the football over inside the 20-yard line, you're probably going to lose football games. And then, you know, field goals get you beat. You know, we had to kick 2 field goals inside the red zone, and you know, there's opportunities missed in those situations. And you know, so that's really the crux of the game.
So with that being said, what did you see as the defining moment of the game? If you could point out one, what would you say is the defining moment?
I'd say probably the turnover down here in the red zone. I mean, there's some. I don't want to put that on one kid. I don't think that that's right, because there were multiple opportunities for us to separate where we didn't separate. But ball security is huge in football games like that. You know, anytime they're tight. You know, we had an opportunity to score a touchdown. You know, and we have to kick a field goal. We drop a ball in the end zone. You know, we go up there at the end of the football game, and you know, you have a silly penalty. You know, it's not. So it's not one thing; it's a culmination. You know, and that ultimately can get you beat.
Coach, despite the outcome tonight, your quarterback system looked really crisp and clean. Can you kind of talk about what type of attitude the athletes have to bring for a 2-quarterback system to work?
Yeah, I mean, I think we define roles for those kids, and you know, Chandler has done a really good job of embracing his. Obviously, he's running the football a lot more than what Keats was, but you know, and they did a pretty good job defensively against some of that stuff, and you know, we've got to do a better job as coaches as far as putting, you know, when they're loading that many people in the box, we've got to create some shot plays, which we tried to throw a shot play out of a heavy package, you know, and that was you know, we didn't protect it very well at that point. Kind of got hit in the mouth. We got a pass interference out of it, but you know, guys have to be cleaner in those situations, and Chandler's got to grow in that role as well. But those kids are really good kids, and they work their tail off, and they're you know, they know what their roles are, and they support each other.
What are you going to do to help keep the team's energy up? Because a lot of times it seemed like the entire team was kind of getting down on themselves. So how are you going to get that energy and that motivation back into your guys?
Well, you know, first of all, I think you know, life's about ups and downs. You know, and I think that's the great thing about football. I think that's what football teaches. You know, and you're going to get hit in the mouth every now and then, and life's not always going to be puppies and roses and things like that. And right now, it's not puppies and roses for this football team. You know, we had high expectations coming into the season, and I've still got high expectations for this football team. You know, we're going through some growing pains right now for whatever reason it is. You know, it ultimately comes back to me. You know, that's ultimately where it goes. You don't point your finger at the kids. You ultimately you own it as the head coach. That's my job. And so I'm, you know, obviously I'm disappointed about it, but you know, you just got to go back to work. You know, and that's what, you know, that's what we talk to the kids about all the time. I mean, there's going to be a time in your life where you don't have money to pay the rent or something like that, and then all of a sudden your wife tells you you're pregnant, and what are you going to do, run from it? You know, no, you step up and you move forward and you go. You know, and that's life, and I think that's the great thing about football. Now, you know, they keep score. You know, they keep score, and right now we're 0-2, and we've got to clean some things up and start getting this thing on the right track.
Is there anything positive you can take away from this loss?
You know, positives from a loss. You know, yeah, it's you know, I think you know, that quarterback, you know, Keats Calhoun did a really good job. You know, you can kind of see him growing. You know, and he did a really nice job, and you know, had some good football plays, some physical football plays in the second quarter that kind of turned the momentum. Now keeping that momentum was the key. And, you know, instead of kicking a field goal there at the end of the first half, if you go down and score, you know, instead of being 17-14, it's 21-14. You know, so you got to keep that momentum in those situations, and that didn't happen obviously. And then when they came out of the second half, they changed some things as far as formations or running some unbalanced sets and things like that. And it took, you know, they came down and scored right away. So we've got to adjust a little bit better to that. We've got to be able to get off blocks, and that's the tough part about playing option football is if you miss a couple tackles, you know, it turns into an explosive. I mean, first drive of the second half, I mean, they have two penalties. They have two penalties right off the bat, and then on 1st and 20, they have an option play that we don't get people to the ball, and it could have, you know, that was a big piece. You guys asked about the momentum switch. That may have been it right there.
Did Kearney do anything that was surprising strategically on the offense or the defensive end, or was their game plan just about as you expected?
No, I mean, Josh Lynn's a really good football coach. I've been coaching against him since we were coaching junior college, and he makes really good adjustments. And that option football is difficult the way they do it, you know, because it's you're getting down blocks and they're getting heavy personnel and finding a way to get the ball in space, and you got to be extremely disciplined in those situations. And they did what we thought they were going to do, and they just did it really well. And we didn't do a great job of getting off blocks on the defensive side of the ball, and then on the offensive side of the football, you know, it just comes back to it's just kind of growing pains. You know, we had opportunities. Obviously, you know, you drop a touchdown, you have an issue, you know, with a turnover in the red zone. You can't win that way. It's tough. Not against good football teams.
Any other questions?
Did you say anything to your players between the first and second quarter that kind of turned them around? It seemed like there was a little momentum change right at the end of that first quarter.
The momentum change in that first quarter was O'Shea Harris coming up and knocking the snot out of that kid on the option pitch. You know, and we talk about it all the time. As you solve problems in football, you solve problems with violence, and it was physical, and that's kind of what got the energy moving in the right direction. And that's the thing that we're really second quarter. Our kids played really well defensively. And, you know, we played okay offensively. You know, and I think that was kind of the players make it go. And that's the thing that those guys have to learn too is, you know, you're the energy. You know, not it's not a speech from a coach or anything like that. It's no different. It's no different in life. You know, you're the energy. You know, you provide it. You know, you're the juice.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys.